How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Reshoevn8r, back with another cleaning video. Today we will be using the 4-ounce 3-brush set on these Chelsea boots. I don't know what happened to these aren't mine, but I'm gonna clean them anyway and show you how well this will work on them. We will be using one shoe tree also to stick inside this, maintain the form, and it will help us get a better clean. So without further ado, let's go. First step, take adjustable shoe trees, adjust them to size. Let's see, which one do I want to clean? We'll clean this one. There we go. I'm gonna set this one aside. And what I like to do before I clean shoe is I like to assess kind of what we have going on. I think this should be a relatively easy clean. My only concern is how is the material gonna hold up after it gets wet, and will we be able to bring this texture, soft texture, back by dry brushing? But we will find out shortly. First thing we're gonna do, add some Reshoevn8r solution, and then kind of get to it. I do need a towel. I'm gonna grab this one right here, just so I don't make a big puddle like Vic. For some reason, he likes to make a big puddle of suds. I don't. So, here we go. First brush we're gonna use, soft bristle brush. Again, you wanna make sure you clean the entire shoe evenly, since it is a suede slash leather material. You don't wanna spot clean this. Okay, now that I've kind of gone over the entire upper with this soft bristle brush, I'm gonna take the medium bristle, hit the midsole, then I'm gonna wipe them down and assess how clean they are. Before I wipe the shoe down, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the medium bristle brush. I clean the midsole with it. I'm gonna move on to the upper and just hit some of these dirty sections that I see and try to lift some of that dirt. And again, when using the medium bristle brush on the uppers, let the brush do the work. I'm only gonna go one direction on this just so I don't damage the material. Now that I'm finished with the medium bristle brush, I'm gonna use the stiff bristle brush, hit this midsole, and then really just wipe down the shoe, let it dry, and see how it looks. So let's go. So after wiping the shoe down, I noticed that there is some staining here, or dirt marks, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit that again with the medium bristle brush. Okay, so now that we basically clean the entire upper, hit the midsole, we need to let this shoe dry just to see what the material looks like. Make sure that all the material is dry and even, and then we'll probably have to dry brush it. We may hit a couple sections that I see here that are a little bit darker than others, but until it dries, I'm not gonna know. So bear with us, let this dry, we'll be back to finish it up. How's it going, YouTube? Mr. Reshoevn8r back. It's day 2. We did this cleaning yesterday. We let them dry overnight. I cleaned about 4 or 5 pairs, I think, yesterday. So what we're gonna do now is, the material's a little stiff. We're gonna reset the nap, use some of our mink oil to spray and kind of bring some of the color back. You'll see when I start brushing this, it'll take a lot of the color out and it'll lighten up, but our mink oil will bring this color back to life, and it'll make sure that the instead of having this rough texture, it'll bring the soft, buttery feel back to the suede. So how I'm gonna be doing that, I'm gonna start with the medium bristle brush first, and then possibly use the brass bristle brush very lightly. Different types of suede, it really depends on which brush you're gonna use. Some of them this will damage, and some of them this one won't work. So, all right, so here we go. Medium bristle brush, right here. So earlier I did some testing, and you can see I kind of tested on the back just to see if this was gonna work and if the mink oil was gonna do its job. It worked really well, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to the front of the shoe. You want to be careful though not to damage the material and pull a bunch of this suede off, so you just want to be gentle with this brush. And you can see if I go one direction, it lightens. If you go the other direction, it gets darker. So if you look straight down, this side, I've reset the nap. This side I haven't. So we'll move on. So we basically went over the entire upper with both brushes. We just hit it first with the medium bristle, and then we gently used the brass bristle to just reset a little bit, get a little deeper reset on the nap. What we're gonna do now is go ahead and spray some Vic Almighty mink oil, and then I do have a regular dry suede brush that I'm gonna kind of just rub that in and massage into the suede, and then this really should conclude the video. We'll show you some before and afters, and that'll be it. So if you got a pair of Chelsea boots at home that needs some love and attention, we got you covered. Let's finish this up. All right guys, that's gonna conclude this video. Our first time cleaning Chelsea boots on our channel. Turned out really good. Stoked on how well they cleaned up. We used the 4-ounce 3-brush set. We did bring in the mink oil and the brass bristle brush. You can find all of these at Reshoevn8r.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm out.